Hi, welcome to BetSafe's Premier League preview, week 20. It's 2017. Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year to you, big fella.
Buddy. And everybody, of course, out there in BetSafe land. And let's hope all the bets you have with BetSafe are going to be good ones. And that sportsbook wallet is going to look pretty good at the end of it. Of course, Paul and I will be bringing you our previews and giving you our trebles that hopefully will get you a few quid if you fancy them. If you're a new customer, you can have a £10 bet. And of course you will get £20 absolutely free, and that's not for our trebles, that's for anything you want on BetSafe when you have a bet. Of course, BetSafe are the official betting partner of Premier League giants Manchester City. Okay, week 20.
Wow.
2017 already.
Already, how quickly has that went?
Unbelievable, incredible. Okay, we've gone for two games the same actually. We've both gone for West Brom to beat Hull, maybe unsurprisingly, because Hull don't score any goals.
They don't score any goals.
Not enough goals, I should say.
And it's only one away win, and I think that was the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah, it was.
They had that good start, didn't they? Where they won first three games, they won two and drawn one. I think they did. So, and since then they've not won away, and I can't see it. And West Brom's home form has been really, really good.
Yeah, they've been good, and they've been, even though they've been turned over a couple of times, it's been like that with them.
Yeah, and it's been against, just top of my head, it's Man United, and Man United were flying. Man City went there and won, you know. So
as even the game against Arsenal, I thought they were going to get a point.
Yeah, they did, and as a rule, their home form's been really, really, really good. And they've actually been going after teams a little bit more at home.
Yeah.
You know, they're scoring goals, and I just look. We all want to stick up for Hull. We say that every week, but I just.
It's hard to. I mean, listen, I'd be quite happy to tip up Hull, but it's hard to do it when you think, okay, defensively you're not too bad, and you know, defensively they've been down. Was it Dawson and Davis have done okay, and the boy Robertson, who's Scottish left back, have done all right. But West Brom 2-3 odds on West Brom to win a game in the Premier Division tells you all you need to know about the visiting opposition.
It is, Alan. You know what it's okay. The lads defend them well for a majority of the time. If you're not scoring goals, you're putting yourself under pressure.
Absolutely.
And they've not won away from home for nearly, was it 4.5 months now?
No.
And I just can't see it doing, because West Brom, and we spoke about it last week, if they can nick points away from home and keep winning their games against teams in and around them at home,
absolutely,
you know, they're going to finish mid-table comfortably.
And their home form's been really good actually in 2016. They've been tough to beat, and it's just a typical Tony Pulis, except maybe with a little extra cutting edge with the likes of McLean and Brunt and Rondon and Fletcher. And
I've been impressed.
And
Rondon, I've been really impressed with him. You know, it took last season, he struggled a little bit, but this year he looks as if he's really settled into the Premier League. Paul
and I think it'll be a good start to 2017 for West Brom. Our second is Stoke against Watford, and we've gone for Stoke City. 19-20, 5-2 the draw. Watford 16-5. We've gone for Stoke because
I just think, you know, they've had a really tough Christmas period. You know,
man.
Arsenal away, Chelsea away, Liverpool away, but the results at home, you know, at the start of the season, they've only lost 3 times at home now, but 2 of them in the first couple of weeks of the season, and that was against Man City, who done them 4, and Tottenham when they were flying, who done them 4. You know, so their home form's been really good. They're back to scoring goals again. You know, Mark's changed the system a little bit by going 3 at the back to try and get more attacking players in there.
Correct.
In Watford, we would talk about Watford, but you don't know what you're going to get. You know, the Crystal Palace game before Christmas, I thought they were lucky to get a point. I thought they were really poor.
Yeah, me too.
And I just think Stoke being at home form being good, it's a home win for Mark Hughes and his team.
I must admit, I'm with Paul all day long on this, just because it's not that I don't like Ighalo or Deeney, who incidentally, well done to Troy Deeney, got his
100th, fantastic.
100th goal. Stoke to win 2-1, 21-1. Half-time, full-time Stoke, 2-1 on BetSafe. 19-20, a little shades of odds on. 5-2 the draw, Watford 16-5. Just over 3s Watford. If they'd just shown a little bit more as though it was the old Deeney and Ighalo, I'd be hugely tempted by BetSafe 16-5, but I think what you talked about, Stoke at home, and they've actually been a little unlucky. I'm going to go back a little bit into last year, and they took the lead against Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They
actually looked all right.
And they had a great chance to go.
I know they got spanked in the end.
No, they did.
But if they take the lead against Watford,
that's completely.
There's almost an inevitability about it, isn't it? You would think.
And they've got Shaqiri coming back fit as well. You know, who's a big player for them. Bojan's coming back fit as well. And you put that in with the other striking options that they've got. You know, I think that Stoke could win this quite comfortably for me.
I agree all day long. So Stoke for us in 2017 to start with a win. So that's both of our trebles. We've both gone for West Brom. We've both gone for Stoke. Now the third one in yours is Everton at home to Southampton. I did look at this, but I've been unconvinced with Everton.
Yeah, I have.
And I think they're. Sorry to interrupt. I think they're under pressure more at home than they are away from home.
Yeah, they are. But you know, they're unfortunate when I'd say unfortunate. The first half they were really good against Liverpool.
Yeah,
Then lost the late goal in the derby, which knocked the stuffing out of them. But the game before that, they beat Arsenal, and I think the Liverpool game's the only game they've lost at home.
Yeah.
All season. You know, so as much as they've been getting a bit of stick, and going back a few weeks ago, Ronald Koeman's under a bit of pressure. Their home form's actually been decent.
Yeah.
And I just think Ronald Koeman up against his own old club, you know.
Of course.
You know, I know Southampton done them down there.
Yeah.
So he'll be ready to go straight back at them on this one.
Everton 23-20, so a shade of odds against Everton. The draw 7-3, Southampton 27-10. Be quite tight, I would think, is it?
I think it'll be a close
Just
game.
because defensively Southampton have been quite good.
Yeah.
You can't say Everton have been free flowing and scoring goals.
There's not, but I think that when you've got Lukaku in there, you know, he always gives you that little bit extra. And Ross Barkley's hitting a bit of form again, and it's amazing that we're talking about teams' records at home and away from home. You know, Southampton have only won 2 games, as well as they've done this year.
Yeah.
Or this season so far, sorry, because we're only just into this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They've only won 2 games away from home.
See, that surprised I'm brilliant you remembering that, because I did not remember that.
Yeah.
And you forget that maybe their form, it's good, but it's not just as good as you maybe think, because they've done so well at the start of 2016.
Yeah, they have, and you know, I always fancy Everton at Goodison, and I think with them only 1 defeat all season so far at home, that's what just tips it. I think it'll be a tight game, but just tips it in Everton for me.
Okie dokie, let's go for my other one then. I've got it here somewhere. I've gone for
Palace.
For Palace. I have.
Palace against Swansea.
Palace against Swansea, correct, thanks mate. Palace 45 the draw, and to be absolutely honest with you, there's one reason and one reason only. Apart from Swansea not being great, Sam Allardyce.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Home game.
First home game
First home
under
game.
Big Sam.
Start of 2017, I mean the script couldn't be written any more for Big Sam.
He would have had 10 days or so with his players. He would have had 2 games to find out exactly what he thinks his best team is, and not necessarily the Watford. His first game, the Watford game, the team probably picked itself because he just took the game a few days before. Yeah. But now he had 2 full games with him. He'll have them in, even though it's over Christmas and New Year. He'll have them in every day, drilling them. Now he wants to play. The Palace fans behind him, his first home game, I cannot see. I was tempted to put this in mine as well, but I thought we couldn't have had the same one again.
No, exactly. We did that.
We've got to disagree on a couple of things.
I'll just remind you, and again with BetSafe, and if Paul and I are thinking there's not an inevitability with this, but I think there's only one decision for me. 45 Palace. 45. Yeah. I know they're odds on, but 45 is a big price. Draw 11-4. Swansea, who can't buy anything at the moment, never mind a manager. Well, although, you know, I would imagine 15-4. There might be some Swansea fans might fancy that. But
the one thing I can't see in this game is another 5-4 with Sam Allardyce being there.
No, that was the last one, wasn't it? No, that one. It might be 5-0 for Big Sam.
Palace 4-2 up with 10 minutes to go and losing 5-4. That will not. I can guarantee you that will not happen under Sam Allardyce.
We wish you all the best, Swansea, but it's going to be a tough one, of course. Big Sam's first home game at Crystal Palace. You can imagine the place will be bouncing. If you fancy 45 Palace, then put it in your doubles and trebles. Half-time, full-time Palace, 74. Half-time draw, full-time Palace, which might be the one, 18-5. Okay, your treble, Paul, was Everton, West Brom and Stoke, 13-2. That's an approximate one. I've worked that one out. And hopefully that is, of course, industry-boosted price for our trebles on BetSafe. And mine is West Brom, Palace and Stoke at 5-1. And with a bit of luck for Paul and I, it'd be a good start to our trebles for 2017.
It will be.
So hopefully you decide that. Of course, I've already remind you again, please take advantage of the offer. If you are a new customer and you fancy a £10 bet, BetSafe will give you £20 absolutely free on whatever bet you want to have on BetSafe. Okay, Borough against Leicester. I think this is a toughie.
It is. Borough's been really indifferent in their form in general, but they'll be looking to have Leicester at home. Amazing written down here. Leicester yet to win away in 9 games this season. And you think that must be a record for a team that's been champions
That's unbelievable.
the league before. And
that is unbelievable.
That just tips it in Borough's favour. And I think it's Jamie Vardy's last game from suspension as well.
I think
and
so, yeah.
you know, and away from home especially, you look for Vardy's pace running in behind and hit teams in the break. And with them not having that, I could see Borough just nicking this one.
Are we looking at a 2-2 or a 3-2, or are we thinking it's going to be tighter than that?
No, I think 0-0, 1-1, or somebody by the odd goal.
Yeah.
I really do. I can't see a lot of goals in this one.
Borough just odds against 17-10, the draw 21-10, Leicester 11-6. Now if Leicester get it clicked, 11-6 would be a big prize, but you can't actually, they're a bit Jekyll and Hyde, pal, aren't they, really?
They are, well, both teams are, and I cannot see it being, you're just touching it being, last year was 2-2 in the first game and then 3-3 in the second game. You know, I cannot see there being a lot of goals in this one.
Exactly, well we didn't put it in our doubles and trebles, but of course if you fancy them, then do as you please. Your old team, Manchester City at home to Burnley, 2-13, they're really short, Man City. 20-94 the draw, 13-2, so you're getting over 18, you're probably getting nearly 20s on Burnley if you think they
well,
can
I was
do
tempted to put my old team in there again, but that's short. And
quite short. I mean, some of the times we've taken trebles, we have looked to try and get as a bit of value as well, but I mean, you'd be a very, very staunch Burnley fan to think they can go there and frustrate Manchester City.
You would, and you know, we talk about how good Burnley are at home. You know, I don't think they've won away from home this season yet, and to go to City.
And scoring goals has been a problem away from home as well, hasn't it?
The one thing that might make them think they'll be able to nick a draw is looking at when Everton went there earlier on in the season, when Middlesbrough went there, and they both ended up being able to nick a draw. But you know, City's form coming into it with Aguero being back. There's a bit of buzz back around the place again, and you know, talking about City's home form and everything else, they've only lost once at home all season, and that was a Chelsea game where they dominated for a majority of the time. So,
and if De Bruyne scores, it might not be undefeated. I mean, okay, ifs and buts, but your point about them being at home strong. You know, to think that Burnley can go there, you know, I might be tempted to give 25 to everybody if you want to bet on Burnley.
It's a huge ask for them to go there, and I just think City, regardless, they're going to have to win this game.
It's a tough start in the 2017 for Burnley to have to go to Man City, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but you know what, they'll probably want to get it out of the way as quick as they can, and then rely on the home form as they have been doing.
City 2-13, so they're pretty strong odds on. 20-94, the draw, Burnley 37-2. City to win 4-1 14s.
I think that's fantastic.
The only problem with that is it's the one. With the greatest respect to Burnley, although they did score at West Ham?
Yeah, set pieces.
No. Is it West Ham they scored?
Set pieces. They could City are vulnerable from there. I think that's a great bet. 4-1. 14-1.
I think I might be having a bet on the handicap. I think City will be definitely starting 2017 with a win. Although I adore Sean Dyche and Burnley. The amount of times I've tipped Burnley to win this season rather than this year. Sunderland against Liverpool. I couldn't have put this. I'm presuming Liverpool are going to win. Sunderland at home, I don't know. Give me point me in the right direction here.
Not just in this game. We just spoke about City. I think City, Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham have to keep winning their games to stay in touch with Chelsea.
Of course they do.
You know, and if they don't, it's going to be a scrap. Not just to finish second. Who's going to finish in the top four out of that lot? Exactly. But it's got an interesting one for there because I think David Moyes and Klopp had a little bit of a pop at each other, didn't they, for how Sunderland went to Anfield and played.
That's right.
Defensively, they really were. And look, Liverpool dominated the game at Anfield, but they were slightly unfortunate, Sunderland, to lose 2-0.
You and I have played loads of games like, you know, Boxing Day, then New Year's Day, the 2nd of January. There are some weird results just because. It's this festive season thing, and
I think it's a great point you make, because I was going to come on to that. The way Liverpool play and the way they press teams and the amount of distance they cover, it's a huge ask for them to do that. Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, and then in the seconds, because if they can go there and do the exact same thing, fair play to them, but it's a huge ask.
It is. Sunderland 19-2 incidentally this year, you're almost getting 10s for Sunderland for a home win. 22-5 the draw. Liverpool, same as Manchester City, or similar to Man City, heavy odds on 4-13. Half-time draw, full-time Liverpool, 29-10. Maybe.
No, look,
A draw half-time, Liverpool full-time?
I can see Liverpool doing a very similar thing to Sunderland as what they done to Middlesbrough a few weeks ago,
Case,
and going up there and blowing them away. Half-time
Liverpool winning half-time and full-time. To win 2-0 Liverpool 5-1, 3-1 would be 9-1. The 3-1, I only put it in because I like Jermaine Defoe and he's the only one. Well, that's unfair. Patrick Van Aanholt, who's a left back, he gets more goals than the rest of the team put together as well. But can we go both teams to score maybe?
Yeah, I do, because I think Liverpool, very much like Man City, are vulnerable at the back.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. We haven't put that in, but certainly Liverpool, if they want to keep the pressure on Chelsea up the top, have to win, and they're heavy odds on to do so. Right, this is a belter.
It's a cracker.
An absolute belting game this is, and I can't wait to see it. West Ham against Manchester United. I don't know.
I don't.
Just because if the game's at Old Trafford, you're like, Man United should be too strong for them. But the little resurgence that West Ham have had, you know, just Man United coming to town.
Which is always a huge game for West Ham. I know it's not at the old ground at the new stadium, but I think this is going to be a tough game for Man United. I really do. As well as they've been playing at the minute, as well as Ibra's been scoring goals, and Mkhitaryan and Pogba and everything else, I think this is going to be a really tough game for them.
You made a good point a minute ago, although you said it was mine, but it probably wasn't. I think it was yours. The games come thick and fast over Christmas and New Year, and we're talking about Ibrahimovic being sensationally brilliant, but this could be his third game in whatever 4 or 5 days or whatever.
It doesn't it? Look good.
And down here, you know, you'll be asked a question.
It is, and it's the first time he's done that in his career as well. You know, has it?
He's had to, though, hasn't he?
I know Pogba. You know, I just spoke about the three players there: Pogba, Mkhitaryan, and Ibrahimovic. I know Pogba was at United as a kid, but there's no way that these players have experienced a Christmas period like this before. And whether you've experienced or not, it does take its toll on you, big man. And it's going to be interesting. Team selection is going to be interesting more than anything else.
Just about to say to you, you've teed me up perfectly. Thanks, buddy. We know that Andy Carroll, well, we don't know the teams obviously as of yet, but if Andy Carroll plays, I know that Rojo and Jones have fallen in together because let's face it, there's no way, Jones wasn't fit, Rojo wasn't part of the plans.
No.
He's now playing Daley Blind kind of left back, although forced into it, although I still don't think he's a left back.
No.
So things have fallen in for Mourinho to a certain extent, but when West Ham start shelling the ball into the box, this might be the biggest test they've had in the last 5 or 6 games. Manchester United.
And Mikel Antonio could cause Blind a lot of problems as well, you know, and the more we're talking about it, as great as Man United have been, I've got a slight sneaky feeling for West Ham.
Well, West Ham 4-1 if you think they can turn them over, 3-1 the draw. United odds against 2-3. I just couldn't have it. It's a big price on BetSafe 2-3. If you're a big Man United fan, you think they can go down to the Olympic Stadium. I nearly said the Upton Park there. The new stadium of West Ham's and turn them over, but I would think that maybe a sneaky tenner on West Ham. Remember, if you're a new customer, funny enough, if you put a tenner on, you would get £20 absolutely free. It's going to be a toughie. It's a tough opening game for Manchester United, as in looking forward to 2017, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and look, the West Ham fans are going to be right on them as well, on Mourinho, on all the players, and if I had to push my neck out in this one, and it's me not being biased.
Don't be overly Manchester City biased.
No, I'm not. The more we've spoke about it there, and the more I think about it, I could see West Ham maybe nicking this. 41
West Ham's a big price for the simple reason we've spoken about. Half-time draw, full-time United 72 and have gone. If you're a big United fan, you think they'll win 3-1. We've just thrown it in. If you think they'll win the game, they're odds on. 23-2 for a 3-1 win. Bournemouth against Arsenal. This is one. I think this is one that could really be one of the bananas of the day.
I do.
Just because the game's at Bournemouth, that's all.
And I'm with you all the way on that one. You know, Bournemouth away from home compared to at home, it's just like chalk and cheese all day long. I think the way they play, I think the tight ground, the way they press teams at time, this could be a sticky one for Arsenal. I just,
having watched Bournemouth at home before, and although you expect Arsenal probably to have the majority of possession, the stadium, the surroundings, everything's different, and I don't think for 1 minute Eddie Howe will just sit and just say, okay, come and beat us.
No.
He'll know that in Josh King and Callum Wilson and Harry Arter, and of course, can Wilshere play, by the way?
Don't know.
That's a good point, by the way. I'll just ask the question here. He might not be able to play against his parent
I wouldn't have thought so.
No,
I think if he does, it's just a ridiculous decision.
I think defensively as well, they've been pretty good, you know. Certainly at home anyway.
Just at home, they tend to go properly after teams.
Yeah, they do.
And it causes them a lot of problems. You know, they've already beat Liverpool at home. Their home record is decent. It's going to be, look, it's hard to see, when you say Bournemouth Arsenal, it's hard to see past Arsenal.
I know.
You
I
know,
didn't think we'd ever say that as a Premier League fixture.
Now, every time they've played before, Arsenal have come out on top. But I don't think it's going to be a foregone conclusion for Arsenal. I think it'll be a really tough game for them.
Bournemouth 17-5, the draw's 11-4. Arsenal very similar, but odds on of 6-7. Which, to be fair, if Arsenal get it going together and Sanchez manages to get his shooting boots on, that might be a very big price on BetSafe. Spurs and Chelsea. Good luck with that one.
Yeah. Look, if Chelsea go on and win this one as well, then you've got to say fair play to them. Been disappointed. We spoke a few weeks ago. I've been really disappointed in Spurs recently. I think with the players that they've got, the way they performed last season.
Paul, I think they look miles away.
Yep, they do.
I may be over-egging it a little bit there, but I have been more than just disappointed.
Yeah, and it's hard to put your finger on it. Is it? Look, I know they've not been anywhere near as bad as Leicester have this season, but is it that second season syndrome where teams are working them out a little bit more as well? You know, and I just think Chelsea going there, the atmosphere is going to be great.
Actually, it's a great game to open 2017.
Yeah, it is, and I just think that there's a bit of needle in the match.
Yeah,
it's a huge game, and it's going to be who handles that needle the better. I don't think it's going to necessarily be a pretty game.
No,
probably not. I think both teams are going to get stuck in against each other, and if I had to stick my neck out, I think this might be one game too far for Chelsea.
Really?
Just with the game being at White Hart Lane.
Spurs 19-10. You're almost getting twos for Spurs on BetSafe at home. 12-5 the draw. Chelsea 29-10. Very, very open, to be honest. 19-10 on Spurs. There's not an awful lot between them, although they've just given Spurs favouritism. Half-time Spurs, full-time draw 13-1. Chelsea to win 2-1, 37-5 on BetSafe. And Spurs to win 2-1, 9-1. I am with you, really. I think if Chelsea somehow manage to win this game, the confidence that we take into the next 4 or 5 games would be, I think, unstoppable.
Yeah, you would have to hold
there is a
hands
nif
up.
there, obviously.
There is, and look, I've just been critical of Spurs there, but you know, I think they've got the second best home
do you know the
record.
problem I've got? Was it Vertonghen and Alderweireld?
Yeah.
They've got 2 flying wing-backs, one of the best goalies in the world, and they just haven't looked, I don't know.
And Harry Kane, Eriksen.
Ericsson I love, I think he's fantastic.
Fantastic player.
Dembele. I don't know, there's just something though, I don't know what it is.
No, I don't. Look, is it because
Expectancy?
Is it because Chelsea have went and strengthened the way they have? Man City have went and strengthened. Liverpool. Have the other teams maybe last season that was a much more bit of a leveler in there, whereas the other teams have maybe went out and strengthened that little bit better than what Spurs done in the summer to take them to that next level.
It should be an absolute belting London encounter. Well, listen, that was it for BetSafe Premier League preview for week 20. Paul's treble, Everton, West Brom and Stoke at 13-2, and my treble is West Brom, Palace and Stoke at 5-1. We wish everybody in BetSafe land a very, very happy new year, and let's hope that sportsbook wallet is bursting for 2017.
Happy New Year, everybody.